It's Adam down here from Church on the Street in Hobo Nation, and this is my good friend Thomas right here. And I want to let you hear his story for a minute, and we're going to talk loud, okay, as best we can, Thomas. We got a call this week that Thomas came home from work the other day, and his wife Deborah had passed away unexpectedly, and I want him just to share about Deborah for a second. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. I've been married to Deborah for 9.5 years.
Right.
Whatever other would have been March, would have been 10 years.
March would have been 10.
Yeah. I came home, I tried to call her, and I got no response from that. I came home, and she was, I came home, she wasn't responded, and she was, I don't know really what the medical reason yet, because the toxicology report hadn't come back yet.
Right, I understand.
Whatever. I'm still in the process of trying to
find out all that.
Make plans for her about what the things with that.
And I know that, and this is hard, but I want you to real quick. You had to. You guys worked hard to get off the street, right?
Yeah, we did that. We finally
got in a little apartment, right?
Yeah, we got in a little apartment. We struggled with a couple of hotels, extended stay hotels a little bit. I worked at the hotels at the Days Inn for a while, and then I got laid off for that. And then I finally got this job that I have now. Don't pay a lot, but it's there.
It's there, and you get the hours in it, and you're working hard.
Well, I'm trying to work whatever hours I can.
Now, just real quick, I want to do this because of time's sake tonight.
Okay.
Because we talked the other day, and we prayed together.
Yes.
You expressed, and it's absolutely true, you guys listen at home, Thomas works, but between him and his wife, they were able to sustain that apartment. The apartment, you told me, is $710 a month?
Yes, $710.
That includes water and things like that, right?
Water is included in the 17.
Yeah, right, okay, includes that. But God, we prayed, right, and we shared it on Facebook, and God provided, and this is a check, and it's going to be 2 Epic Gardens, okay?
Yes.
Your apartments. It's going to go right to the apartments, and that's going to cover 1 month's rent for you right there, okay? God provided that, and I hope you know that, and God's going to bring you through this whole process, okay?
Yeah, I appreciate everything that God has done for me, because I wouldn't have had Deborah. Me and Deborah met, first of all, on the MARTA train when we originally met.
10 years ago, or
yeah, about 10 years ago, we started seeing each other. Then we married about 9.5 years, and we struggled. We finally, I was on the street. I was trying to make sure that she always had a place to stay, no matter what, even when I was on the street.
Right.
And then we finally got a place.
And I remember we moved some furniture into it.
And we grew together.
You're right.
That was my, my blessing. It was my Deborah. Every time I come home, we loved each other. Bottom line.
Well, and where is she today?
My wife, Sunday passed away.
No, she's in heaven.
Yeah, she's with God now. Better off.
And we know that for sure.
At least she ain't suffering no more.
She had back problems, right?
Yeah, she's not. But I don't know what else she might have, because I don't know until a toxicologist report.
Right, we understand that. Well, we're going to continue praying. Here's what he still faces, okay? And I'm just going to put this out there for you. As Thomas shared with me that things we don't always think about, but Deborah, the burial plans and things like that there's things involved in that are there. There are financial things that if you feel led at all and you want to help Thomas at all, what we're going to do is you can email me at adam@hobonation.org. You can go online at hobonation.org and you can donate. I promise and I commit to you everything's going to go to Thomas in that situation, but we're going to make sure it's going directly to what needs to be addressed, like this apartment issue right here. And most importantly, you can pray for Thomas. Here's one thing I want you to remember is this. I talked to Thomas the day after it happened, and he was heading to work that day. And I think we have a conceived notion about people who are on the streets sometimes that the last thing they want to do is get to work. But this man was going to work that next day, and you're going to work again tomorrow. And the reason is you have to, right?
Well, I was told that I could have 2 weeks off, but I know that financially I have a responsibility.
That's why we want to help Thomas. This man wants to he's trying to help himself, and he's going through an awful time. And so pray for Thomas, if you would, right?
Yes.
And we're just going to, we're going to trust that God's going to bring you through this.
He always has.
He always has.
Whether I'm do what I need to do sometimes before. I know that he's always taking care of me.
He will. So pray for my friend Thomas. And you know what? It's hard to get on here and do this tonight. I asked you ahead of time. I never want to make you do anything.
No, you didn't make me do it. I knew that this is something that I needed to do.
Well, we love you, Thomas. And this is your community right here. And this is what the church does. The church comes around and surrounds people in need. And I'm so grateful we're part of it, okay?
Yeah.
So we're going to pray for you. Thank you for doing that, Penny. I appreciate you filming.